Greetings and welcome everyone. Sometimes you can't make it on your own, the acoustic version. This video is a very special thank you to my very special friend, David Nutter, for doing my mother's taxes this year. So, if you thought this was a great idea, you're welcome everybody, and if you didn't, blame my mother. Grab an A chord, and you're going to want to use one finger A for this intro. You'll see. You're going to pluck the bass note, which is the open A string. Then the B string, just how it is. Pluck it again and hammer onto the 3rd fret and back down to the 2nd fret. So, that's being super scientific about the plucking. You can be a little looser with it too. Strummy thing, you do you. But next, the bass note is changing from the open A string to the E string 3rd fret. Everything else stays the same. Down to the E string 2nd fret, I'm gonna thumb guy this. You only get to do that one for half as long because we're switching to what I'm calling D major 7. It's open D string, G string 2nd fret, and B string 2nd fret, still with our action here. Back to A. Now I'll do that whole thing for you. Regular A 2 times. E string 3rd fret 2 times. 2nd fret once. D major 7. And A 2 times at the end is your intro. The verse is almost exactly the same as the intro. We're not going to do any hammer-ons on the B string, and he's going to bother to play the whole D chord. Also, I want to name these chords so I have something to say. This one is A7 with a G in the bass, and this one we can think of as F sharp minor 7. Maybe more on that later. But here we go. Strummier. A7 with a G in the bass. F sharp minor 7, regular D, and A. That's a verse chunk. You do 2 chunks for the verse. Listen to me now, the pre-chorus. We're going to use F sharp minor, the normal chord this time. So 2, 4, 4, F sharp minor. But it starts with D. Sharp minor, back to D, into the chorus. But it's you! F sharp minor, E, D, D again. That's it, that's the chorus. F sharp minor, E, in this second verse section, the one that comes after the chorus, in lieu of the A7 with a G in the bass, for whatever reason, he opted to play regular old G. And in lieu of F sharp minor 7, he opted for regular F sharp minor. So, A, G, F sharp minor, D, That's the first half. In the second half, something really interesting happens. The second time in the second verse, in the F sharp minor measure, he plays D, A, F sharp. And it has, I mean, someone go compare to the studio version, but that to me has all the telltale signs of a brain fart. I don't think that was on purpose. So you can blow past this, or you can do it. It would be A, here it comes, D, A, F sharp, D, A. All right, somebody go check that and let us know if I'm right or wrong. And I want to take a moment here to clarify that I'm not ragging on the Edge. When you're as good as the Edge, you can do the following. This would be super slow-mo, and it would be how he experienced this moment. Oh crap, I forgot the chords because I brain farted. Maybe it's this. No, and in that moment, rhythmically guess again. No, and then rhythmically make it to the right chord, recognize that it's the right chord, and act the whole time as if it's something you meant to do. Nope, nope, yeah. Oh crap, to the next chord. I think that's what happened. The next time something's different is when we come to the instrumental bridge breakdown section, and there's a key change here, so it should jump out at you as a little bit odd. It's F, C, D minor, then F, C, A minor, last line F, C, D minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, into the bridge section where there's singing. This is the You're the Reason I Sing section, and we're back to the original key, so it should feel a bit like coming back home. A, F sharp minor, D, E, A. And then it continues along with the chords from the pre-chorus, though the vocals sound different, but that's what it is, a pre-chorus into the last chorus. So you do the chorus over and over and over and over and over again at the end, and the outro is just like the intro, but it doesn't have any moving bass notes, so it's just A. And that's how you play the song, but I'm afraid Miss Poopadoop heard us say A7 with a G in the bass, which means yes, it's time for another installment of
What's the Lesson Here? Starring Miss Poopadoop.
Well, hello, and thank you for joining me here. It's nice to see you all again. Here is the offending chord, A7 with a G in the bass. That is written like this, A7/G, and pronounced A7 with a G in the bass. I think it'd be useful if we took a moment to explore what notes make up this chord. Of course, your E string 3rd fret is G. Your open A string, if you can manage to keep it open while you're playing this shape, is A. That totally works. That's a note in any A chord, A, of course. Your D string 2nd fret is D, D sharp, E, followed by your G string 2nd fret, G, G sharp, A again. Your B string 2nd fret is B, C, C sharp. And if your E string is open, it's E. It doesn't matter if it is or not, because we already have an E there. 1 E, 2 E's, it doesn't matter, but those are the notes in this chord. And here is the A7 chord we all know and love. You know this shape, and it has the notes A, E. There's our G. When you open up the G string, you're exposing a G note, so to speak. G is the note that makes A7 A7. And you can put that G anywhere in the chord. As I always say, you could have 267 A's, 43 C sharps, 9,000 E's, and 8 billion G's, and you've got an A7 chord. It doesn't matter where the 8 billion G's go, but if you're going to put it in the bass, you have to tell the person who's going to play the chord that you're going to put it in the bass. So you're right, A7/G. A7 with a G in the bass, it's still an A7 chord, but the G is in the bass. And that is all either I or Miss Poopadoop can think of to say about that. Thank you again, David. Thank you all for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I'll see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.